of water, it will leach into ground and it will damage the groundwater in that land where it has run off. So this requires urgent solution. For example, layer manure. Layer from of 1 lakh birds, as I said earlier, equals to 10 tons of fresh manure per day, equal to 3,650 tons per year. And big farms have 3 to 10 lakh birds. Some companies have even more. So present disposal methods, they leave it as it is on the floor for 6 months to 1 year. Some use it for some part for composting, some go for anaerobic digestion, and some simply drying on conveyor belt, which is one of the old technology, but not very effective, and it takes a long time for getting it composed. And how does the fresh manure look like? This is from actual farm at one of our site. What you see, the gray area here is the daldal, it is the swamp of the fresh manure. I was shocked to see that, but it is coming directly from the belt conveyor, from the shed, directly into the plant area. And this is how it looks like. The breeder farm is slightly more fibrous and slightly different in physical nature, but both have water as the main ingredient, 75% of water. It is not 75% moisture, 75% water. That means in 100 kg of this manure, fresh manure, the solid content would be hardly 25%. So what we call is as DM, dry matter 25. DM 25 means dry matter 25 in the manure. And what are the problems associated with this manure, even at the farm level? Problem number 1, there are flies everywhere, both on the fresh manure as well as on the hatchery egg waste. And if you are thinking, if the flies are the only problem from poultry manure, you would be shocked. It is not. Other problems are ammonia odor. It affects not only the bird in the shed, it affects the people nearby, the groundwater contamination, as I said earlier, and the bacterial contamination. Other problems due to poultry waste, we all know poultry waste is somehow being disposed unauthorizedly, illegally. They simply throw it on the, in the fish ponds, and the chicken eat fish which has bacteria, live bacteria in it, and the fish comes back to consumer's table. We have no doubt our cooking involves a very hot cooking and pressure cooking and all that, but it still comes onto the table near to us. Similar problems are faced due to poultry waste from hatchery waste, from hatcheries and from slaughter plant. And so what is the solution? The only solution is adopt innovative technology to convert waste into sellable byproduct. So the solution would give, it will eliminate the waste and make profit. The solution, you can say one of the solution it would be the digester-based clean and green technology for converting poultry waste into sellable product. And the sellable products from manure to organic fertilizer, hatchery waste to eggshell meat meal, slaughter waste to meat meal. The meat meal made from slaughter waste has approximately 55 to 60% protein and 20% fat. It can be used to the extent of 10 to 12% in feed, where we use soya cake. You can substitute some part, and where you use oil, you can use it because that gives energy. So the solution involves an advanced 3-in-1 digester. This is a 3-in-1 digester because it is a pressure cooker and it is a homogenizer. You see the front end and you see the back end. The back end extended to a heavy duty stirrer and gearbox, which drives the heavy duty stirrer inside to homogenize. So when you cook under pressure, the slaughter waste, for example, then the feather it gets hydrolyzed under pressure. So all the waste from the bones to intestine to feather, they all get homogenized. And when you get the meat meal out, it is a homogenized product without trace of a feather. So this is a digester which pressure cooker. It's a homogenizer, and in case of this particular digester, it's a vacuum dryer. Vacuum dryer because when we are taking out 70-75% water in it, we are drying it under vacuum to lower the energy. As you all know, water evaporates at about 100 degree in room temperature, but under vacuum, it evaporates at 65 degree centigrade. So when we vacuum dry the slurry after cooking, the slurry forms, and when we vacuum dry it, what you get is dry powder, and all the water goes out under vacuum to another section which is called odor control system. So this is the digester with vacuum conveying system. These are the two installations at Avinash Farms, Nepal, Chitwan, Nepal. We have contracted for about 11 plants. Some of the plants are for manure, some of the plants are for hatchery waste, and some of the plants for farm mortality. And what does this digester-based technology do? It adopts HTST process, high temperature, short time process, to pressure cook poultry waste, eliminate bacteria, homogenize and sterilize waste, and vacuum dry the waste into final product. Here, I would like to just explain a bit. The bacteria in poultry waste, the Salmonella and E. coli, as per the EU norms, they need to be eliminated at about 120 to 140 degrees centigrade by keeping the temperature constant for about 20 minutes onwards. So this pressure cooker does that. That's why it is high temperature, 120 to 140 degree, and short time, 20 to 40 minutes. So it is HTST. And this plant consists of number one, the homogenizer, cooker dryer, a steam boiler, an odor control system, a vacuum system for energy efficiency, a dry meat meal bagging system, and other peripherals. Solution 1 for the poultry waste management for, say, fresh manure. The digester-based technology converts fresh liquid manure into dry, baggable powder or pellet on the same day. The problem with manure is you cannot store it. If you store it, it will attract flies and also give a lot of smell, and it will also give groundwater pollution. So you cannot bag it, you cannot keep it. So if you can make baggable powder out of it on the same day, it would eliminate the waste at its source on the same day. This is the vacuum conveying system because they have about 30 tons of manure every day. And loading the manure manually is simply a very difficult task. So this is a vacuum conveying system which grows from the floor level stainless steel tank to which is with the screw conveyed, and ultimately with the vacuum it is conveyed to the stainless steel silo or located on top of the digester. So the vacuum conveying reduces the labor and does it as without really involving labor and all the dirt associated with it. This is the system again at the Avinash Farm, Nepal, Chitwan. You can see the plant, the shed, the boiler system, which is on another shed. And as I said earlier, the different components of this system is the digester homogenizer, the boiler, and the odor control system, which has a unique 32 feet high barometric tower to take the vapors there and condense it. So whatever vapors condensable, they are condensed, and you do not get the smell in the plant or around the area. So it's a very effective odor control system, and these have been set up in different countries. How does the dry manure look like? Fresh manure looks so wet, it's slushy. The dry manure you can see, and it has been bagged. You can bag it the same day, you can bag it after cooling, but basically you can bag it, store it, keep it. So with the bagging, you can also go to the next level, which is pelletizing. Pelletizing is required as a requirement for marketing the poultry manure, because the adulteration will be very less. And you can do the pelletizing as you can see in the photographs. So the pelletizing reduces losses and it reduces chances for adulteration. And most important, the nitrogen, when you distribute it, when you broadcast the pellets in the farm, the nitrogen in it is released slowly. When you water it, the nitrogen gets released slowly, not at a time, slowly. So that helps the plant to absorb it. So you can say pelletizing, in fact, gives a much better value than just dry powder. Solution 2 for the second waste is poultry hatchery plant. These are the plants at Phoenix Farms, Jabalpur. You can see the bucket elevator for conveying and also the digester for hatchery waste. These are the hatchery waste plant at Venki's, Ludhiana and Allahabad and SR Farms, Hyderabad. It gives out a dry egg waste meat meal, because egg is a major component. You put all the unhatched eggs, day-old chicks, rejected chicks, and what you get is a calcium-rich meat meal. It has about 20-24% protein, lower than the meat meal or from slaughter waste, but it is still a sterilized form of meat meal, and hence world over it has been used by nutritionists in feed formulation. Third solution is slaughter waste plant. As I said earlier, slaughter waste plant has been supplied to Godrej Agrovet, Starchy, and many other companies. And what you get is again a oil-rich, protein-rich waste meat meal. And coming towards the end, why is it called a clean and green technology? It is called so because it has a 3-in-1 advanced digester, which is, as I explained earlier, cooker, homogenizer, and vacuum dryer. It has an advanced odor control system, so no odor or foul smell during entire process plant operations. Zero discharge. Whatever water you get on absorption after removing the water can be simply filtered and released for irrigation. No stagnation or holding of poultry waste, and waste eliminated same day, sellable byproduct same day. And this is the advanced odor control system. It's a unique one. It has a barometric tower, 32 feet high, and everything, all the entire operation is done under vacuum. So it controls the odor in a perfect manner. No, you can simply put up a nice armchair in the plant and take a nap. I'm telling you, many have tried that and they have confirmed. They laughed at me when I said it, including 25 years back. we had some visitors from Godrej Agrovet, and they said, they laughed when I said it, but when I took them to the plant and they realized, they laughed it back. They said, yeah, it smells like Bonvita, and that's how it is controlling. Now, you can see the byproducts from poultry waste. And just as we have seen the waste, each sector has its own typical waste. If you manage the waste, if you treat the waste, if you put up a plant, rendering plant for treating the waste, you get byproducts from waste. Each sector, from breeders, you will get from the farm mortality, you will get sterilized meat meal, you will get organic fertilizer, and all these byproducts means it is giving a second stream of revenue for the poultry farmers. They don't have to, number one, be afraid of the nuisance or the waste. They can treat it. It is a revenue surplus model. It will not give the profit as much as your main business, but it will strengthen your business because it eliminates waste, makes your farm friendly for the communities nearby, and you get a second revenue stream. So, tangible and intangible benefits. Tangible benefit, as I said earlier.
Sorry, Mr. Gopeshwar, sorry to interrupt you. We are running out of
1
time.
minute. 1 minute, I'll conclude it. Additional revenue, that is value from waste, and the tangible, intangible benefits, it improves the product quality, it reduces pollution across all the sectors. So the advantage, in conclusion, advantage of clean and green technology for effective poultry waste management, it will eliminate waste, it will eliminate without creating any pollution, it will give a sellable product, will earn additional second revenue, recycle waste. And these plants are available from in different capacities, different types. That is a matter which we can discuss later on. And this has been, as of now, supplied to about 20 countries around the world. And with that, I would like to thank once again the Technology Development and Promotion Center of CII Tamil Nadu, all these speakers and session chairman, Mr. Anil Dhumal, for valuable guidance in this program. And I do hope we will all think over how the poultry waste can be treated to help the growth of poultry industry in India. Thank you very much.